Indra. Mandalam 1, Suktam 32A. Rishi,
Hiranyastupa Angirasa,
Devata,
Indra,
Chandas.
Trishtubh.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik 1.
इन्द्रस्य वीर्याणि प्रबोधञ्जानि चकार प्रथमानि वज्री अहन्न हिमन्वपस्तदर्थप्रवक्षणा अभिनत्पर्वदानाम्.
Now I declare earliest valiant acts of Indra, those which wielder of thunderbolt has made: killed snake, did set free forward waters, split flanks of mountains. A species of squamata called drought. Strange it does seem at first thought that a particular species of life form is singled out to represent a phenomenon that is disadvantageous to humans and other species of life forms that they consider to be wealth, like cows, horses, etc. This is so until such time that we become conversant with the truth that the zoological suborder of squamates, that includes snakes and lizards, are resilient to drought. Some species of squamates can survive without water for months because they have a high tolerance for dehydration. This would entail that during conditions of drought, a live snake or a snake-like lizard would be more conspicuous than other life forms. This is perhaps why drought is compared to a snake. The notion of harming any life form cannot otherwise eventuate from the thought process that wishes for the well-being of all life. Indra, representing the atmospheric regulatory system, kills the snake-like drought that causes and survives dehydration, and then revives the water cycle, causing rain, setting it free from the clouds. Splitting mountain flanks with a thunderbolt perhaps refers to the mountain-like cloud formations that appear to be split asunder by lightning prior to the advent of rain.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik 2.
आन्नहिं पर्वदेशि श्रियाणम् तुष्टास्मै वज्रम् स्वर्यम् ददक्ष वास्रायैव धेन भस्यन्तमाना अञ्जः समुद्रमपजग्मुरापाः.
He killed snake resting upon mountain. For him, Twashta formed resounding lightning. Like mooing, streaming milch cows, waters quickly had moved down to ocean. Thunderbolt as a weapon against atmospheric pollution. Particulate matter constitutes a considerable proportion of air pollutants. Its sources are both natural and through human industry. In nature, they originate from volcanoes, dust storms, forest and grassland fires, living vegetation, and spray from water bodies. Air pollution can alter the rainfall pattern, its intensity, and the water cycle. Along with rains, the following meteorological factors are affected due to air pollution: atmospheric wind speed, wind direction, relative humidity, sunlight intensity, and temperature variation. Lightning plays an important role in clearing the air of pollutants, forging large amounts of oxidants that cleanse the atmosphere by reacting with pollutants, forming molecules that dissolve in water or stick to surfaces of particulate matter that come down with rain. So, Indra uses his thunderbolt to transform pollutants and bring them down to earth along with rain. The truth of this process is associated with water itself in Vedic thought, with Indra as its dispenser.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik 3.
आदायकम् मघवाधत्तवज्रमहन्नेनम् रथमजामहीनाम्.
The restraining bull selected Soma in 3 vessels, drank from pressed out. The munificent delivered an arrow, lightning, killed this firstborn of snakes. Partaking of truth from 3 vessels to seerhood. Soma extract, or the sap of the Soma plant, represents truth in 3 manifestations: in the material world, in the world of thought, and in the world of consciousness. The act of extracting sap is likened to the endeavor of mortals to focus, meditate, and condition themselves to acquire truth about the processes of the material world. The wisdom about using these truths only for the well-being of all life forms, and finally being conscious of the oneness of the universe and its singular creator. Indra has partaken of all these 3 extracts to become what he is. Being ignorant of these truths is likened to a drought, represented by the dehydration-resistant snake. Indra kills this ignorance in mortals caused by ego and its thought-polluting consequences with his potent and unerring thunderbolt, and nudges mortals with his grace to attain knowledge, wisdom, and consciousness like himself and the other gods, conferring seerhood upon those who successfully measure up to the qualifying requirements. As Indra has been resolutely doing this ever since the universe came into being, he is compared to a bull, which is the representation of strength, virility, and resolve.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik 4.
यदिन्द्राहम् प्रथमजामही नामान् वायिनाममीनाः प्रोतमायाः आत्सूर्यम् जनयन्त्यामुषासम् तादीत्रासत्रम् नगिला विवित्से.
When Indra, you killed firstborn of snakes, then destroyed apparitions of conjurers, then caused to be born the sun, heaven, dawn, then verily could you find not an enemy. Early Earth and Indra. The verse perhaps refers to early Earth, when the solar system was just being formed. Indra, the regulator, assigned appropriate orbits, orbital and spin momenta to all the planets, minor planets, asteroids and comets in the system according to their physical parameters, commenced the fusion reaction at the sun's core, making it take birth as the sun, organizing heaven and dawn as we know it, standing upon our earthly abode. As early Earth is said to have been very hot, all water existed as gas in the atmosphere. The apparitions probably allude to mirages that commonly form upon dry land. As the earth cooled with time, precipitation of water occurred, coming down as rain, forming oceans. Indra has been the Indra we know since then, and has not been seriously confronted by any enemy, other than the ones who are no match, and whom he vanquishes periodically without much ado.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik 5.
अहम् रत्नम् रत्नदरम्यम् समिन्द्रो वज्रेण महतामधेन स्कन्धांसि वकुलीतेनाविरत्ना हि स्तयतवृक्पृथिव्याः.
Indra killed darkness, worst darkness, broad-shouldered, with lightning, with great blow, like trunk of tree cut asunder with axe, snake reposes adhering to earth. Snakes and thunderbolts. The snake alluded to here can be Vritra, darkness caused by pollutants in air or by rain-bearing dark clouds that shut out sunlight, or Shushna, drought. Indra slays both from time to time with his thunderbolt and the rain that follows. Huge, dark, rain-bearing clouds, imagined as beefy and broad-shouldered individuals, are figuratively cut asunder by lightning. Shushna, the snake-like drought, too is subdued by Indra with his thunderbolt. In the first instance, the dark clouds disappear once they discharge their water content as rain upon earth, lighting up the land once again with sunlight. In the second, the dry, parched land is hydrated by rain, reviving the ability of the land to nurture and sustain life. The snake in both instances is slain, only to rise up again from its mortal debris as potent figurative reptiles to confront Indra another day. Like all other cyclical processes of the universe, this cycle too subsists as long as it is relevant to the progression of existence.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik 6.
अयोध्येन दुर्मता हि जुक्मे महावीरम् तु विबाधवृधीषम् नाकारीरस्य समृद्धिम् वधानाम् समृजानास्ति विषयिन्द्रशत्रुः.
Verily, as a non-warrior drunkard For he had challenged great hero, oppressor of many, expeller, did not escape from fight, from blows, altogether broken to pieces, crushed, one who is Indra's enemy. Wandering, drunken, dark clouds. Rain clouds are dark because they are generally very thick, extend for miles, and contain a large number of water droplets. They intercept all sunlight incident on them, resulting in their dark color. As Vedic parlance is incorrigibly prone to using everyday occurrences as metaphors to describe even profound truths, it makes the clouds brimming with liquid water to be compared to a drunk. They wander about without purpose, being propelled by winds to Indra. The clouds, in their figurative drunken stupor, attack Indra only to be decimated by being cut into pieces, crushed, and slain by Indra's thunderbolts, their boozy blood that we call water cascading down to earth as welcome rain. Lack of sunlight is devastating physically and emotionally to all life forms. Blotting out sunlight thus makes dark clouds an oppressor of many, whom Indra expels from his atmospheric domain.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik 7.
अपादहस्तो अमृतम् यदिन्द्रमास्य वज्रमधिकारो जघान बृहष्णो मध्यः प्रतिमानम् बभूषम् वरुत्रा भृत्रासगत्यस्तः.
Footless, handless, fought against Indra, who verily slew from above his lightning on top of darkness, castrated, adorned to be well-matched opponent of bull, Vritra lay severed. The handless, footless, castrated Vritra. The description of the drunken dark clouds continues here from the previous verse, with emphasis upon its personification. As rain clouds can be very thick and miles in length, the entire mass appears to be like the torso of a human without hands and feet. As light represents knowledge, darkness must allude to its opposite, ignorance, if these metaphors are taken literally. Further, as the shapeless mass of a cloud cannot be compared to any particular organ or limb of a human form, the term castrated is also used as part of its description, which is also borne out by the fact that rain clouds cannot mate and cannot spawn rain cloudlets. It can only dissipate into nothingness as all its water is discharged as rain upon earth, that is compared to the remnants of his once enormous torso.
Mandalam 1, Suktam 32, Rik 8.
भुजासजानम् मनोरुहानादीयम् चापाः याश्चिद्वृत्रो बाहिना पर्यतिष्ठत्ता सा महिम् वत्सुदस्येर्बभूव.
Like broken hollow stalk, so shooting forth waters come over sleeping mind. Vritra with enormousness stood around. Snake happened to be lying at the feet. truths spiced with linguistic excellence. This verse possibly describes the ominous spectacle of a parched land following a hot summer, with dark clouds in the horizon portending either relief providing rain or a hope-shattering mirage that prolongs their acute agony and metaphoric darkness, vritra. When Indra strikes at this darkness with his thunderbolt and slays it, releasing the waters captive within it, Vritra, the allegorical dark snake, figuratively lies sprawled at the feet of the hapless denizens, now free of their agony, with waters in copious measures flowing over Vritra's signifying remains. Writers and readers of fiction or even non-fictional history would certainly appreciate the need for such fanciful metaphoric embellishments to describe a simple idea, which, if historical or scientific, will be the truth. Even dreaded truths can be made palatable when spiced and spruced up by linguistic excellence. If you found this video informative and relevant, please like and share it. If you would like to see more such videos in this ongoing series, please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for viewing.